we see people who seem so successful, they've written books, they're making these flashy videos with incredible graphics. They lead organizations of, people who are their devoted fans. They have Facebook group of a zillion members who adore them and so on. And we see them, we start to compare ourselves to them and we say, "Oh, I could never do all that," or "I'm not good enough," or "I don't have that kind of expertise. I don't know the secrets, and what I do know is so superficial. And if I ever tried to get up and talk about what I know, which is really worthless, everyone would see through me immediately and see how unready I am and how little I really know and they would discover that I'm really just a big fake." Now, what I have just described here is called imposter syndrome. I want to tell you something about it is if you have ever felt this way, or you're feeling it now, or you're afraid that you will feel it, you are not alone. Everyone who has ever stepped up on a stage to teach, to talk, to speak, or to perform, who's made a video, like this, or written a book, or tried to lead anyone, has felt and known and knows imposter syndrome. That's because it's a natural human reaction. We're talking about natural human emotions. And just like all human emotions, it does have an appropriate uh, channel. Okay, just like we think about anger or jealousy, natural emotions, which also, biologically have some positive channel, some appropriate way to express them. And this massive emotions you feel with imposter syndrome is the same way. We can identify two positive channels for these terrible feelings. One is this, it's really a sense of accountability. You've taken on responsibility. You want to do your best for people, to teach them, to raise your children right, to help your team, to train them, lead them, give a best recommendation, and you want to make sure you do the best job. You have a sense of accountability. This is a sign of real leadership. Okay, the second one is we see the difference. We see the contrast between ourselves and people who look successful, much more successful in some way, and we compare. And so we see a difference and we say, okay, well, I have something to learn. Maybe there's someone I have to learn from. Now, this can actually be kind of dangerous. There is a risk involved because out there in the world and the way the internet is, the way social media is, there actually are people who are out there with pseudo organizations and fake identities and whatnot that are ready to take advantage of our vulnerability, take advantage of this thing that all humans feel, this imposter syndrome, when we have ambition, when we have a plan, we want to do something good for other people. They can take advantage of that, take advantage of our emotional vulnerability. Oh, we want to be accountable. Oh, we see we have a lot to learn, natural feelings, and they can take advantage of us and make money off of us and whatever, leave us feeling even worse. And so it is a danger, and there is a tendency to wall ourselves up and go to a place where we're saying, oh, okay, nobody understands me, and I can't explain it to anyone, and maybe I've done this kind of thing before. I'm too cool for school, baby. Nobody can teach me anything. I'm going to go this way, and we spiral down into a very negative place where that confidence that's being challenged to be accountable, to people or to ourselves, where that confidence that's being challenged can be deteriorated and wind up with a lower self-esteem, and we actually start to feel real envy for other people who have are successful or accomplished anything. Maybe people who work with us or other people we know, and we can even start to hate them in some way. And so it does get pretty bad, and it leads eventually to the other trap in the leader trap cycle that this series is describing. Now there are those two perspectives about these being natural feelings for being accountable and seeing where we need to learn. There are practical exercises and practices we can do to extricate ourselves and become more self-aware of our emotions and manage our emotions. Okay, and that's why I created the guide. So if you haven't hit the link to leader trap cycle, do so. It's going to be in the first comment there, and we can go through this guide together as we go through the videos. All right. Now here I want to say one more thing here real quick. The reason I make videos like this and the simple way that I make them, you see here, what is, this DIY style here is because I want to get below that sense of, oh, I have to make it look perfect and flashy, where we can talk together like this human core of every endeavor, of every venture, and this is the same. I've taught thousands of people, and I'll tell you, if you teach thousands of people, you start to be able to notice, in an individual where their obstacles are and the resistance, and become very aware of human emotions. And so I make these videos in this way where we can reach a level, whether it's your first venture or you've done a million already, starting at this core of the emotions, which give us the potential for leadership in all of those cases. So that if you're looking at this and you hear what I'm saying and you say, hey, you know what? There's something useful about what Wayne's saying. Maybe I could use that in my life. That's great. Okay, we can get to this sort of sincere communication level. Or if you like to make videos or do any other kind of thing, you could look at this and say, I can do that. Or, if Wayne can do that, I can do this. And that's, I would love that. That's really what I aim for. So again, do hit the link in the video. And if these feelings, if you feel like you're in a rut, if these feelings are just too strong and the practical solutions that are in that guide, you need a little more, yeah, I'll put the link in there too, where you can contact me. We can have a one-to-one and help to guide you through this. I'm here to help. Hope to see you in the next video.